my name is Shannon Fukushima, and I'm doing a presentation today on should marijuana be legalized, regulated, and taxed like alcohol in Hawaii. First, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me for my presentation. So I chose this topic because I feel that legalizing marijuana is important for the state of Hawaii. There's so many benefits that have been proven that in other states that it is legal, it already is helping them. And yeah, so I'll be sharing with you on why I think it should be legalized. So first of all, marijuana is a hemp plant. People smoke it. They use it for medicinal purposes, and they also put it into foods like brownies, cookies. The main psychoactive, mind-altering chemical that's in it is the THC, and the THC is known to, it can actually slow the growth and or kill the growth of cancer-causing cells in the human body. So that was like a huge reason why I am for it, because through research and studies that have been done, THC has been proven to help for medicinal purposes. So that's why I'm discussing that. Yeah. So regulating and taxing marijuana similarly to alcohol takes marijuana sales out of the hands of criminals and puts them behind the counter in legitimate businesses that will generate significant new revenue for Hawaii. And that was said by Mason T. Vert. He's the Director of Communications at the Marijuana Policy Project. And according to the economic analysis performed by University of Hawaii, David Nixon, the state would actually get approximately $20 million per year in taxes if they legalized marijuana. And that tax money could go to homelessness, and it could also go to medical coverage, and it could go to so many different things to benefit the people of Hawaii. And I did an interview with the detective, and he also had stated, that he 100% agrees that marijuana should be legalized for medicinal purposes because, especially the homeless problem, it's such a huge problem in the state of Hawaii, and just the tax money that we would get from that could fully help our homeless situation. So alcohol does more damage and harm than marijuana does. Alcohol has absolutely no health benefits at all. So I have a very, very close family member who's an alcoholic, and it's killing him. And I feel personally, if he smoked marijuana versus drinking every day, that he wouldn't be in the position he's in. He's dying of alcoholism. And marijuana, how many people do you hear dying of who smokes weed on a daily basis? It doesn't kill people. Alcohol attacks your liver. Marijuana actually heals, parts of your body. So weed is used for the medical purposes, and it's also used for disorders like bipolar. I have actually a blood cousin that has severe bipolar disorder, and her whole life was put on medications, and it didn't help her. It actually made her worse. And now as an adult, she chooses to stop doing the meds, and she chooses to smoke weed on a daily basis, and she has her medical card and stuff. And I have to admit, from being raised with her, the way she acted on pills and the way she acts on marijuana is night and day. And she can actually be a civil human being when she's on, when she's smoking weed. Versus the pills, it would make her depressed, it would make her suicidal. So I fully believe that marijuana has benefits when it comes to disorders and sicknesses. Colorado schools have earned $13.6 million in just the first 5 months of 2015, whereas in 2014, the whole entire year, they only got $13 million for the whole year of taxes, and it also reduced crime. So that's another important factor on legalizing it, is it will reduce the crime as well. And so I just took these two images off of Google that I found to be interesting to me. The first one is how chemotherapy it's actually poisoning people. I feel chemotherapy is actually poison to people, and it doesn't, in some circumstances, yes, it does help, but marijuana has 34 cures for cancer and is not approved. And that is the natural way, and it can actually kill the cells of cancer, while chemotherapy in some cases can actually make it worse. And this was just something I like, that, God made weed, man made beer, and we trust God. So I just like that. So in 2012, Colorado and Washington did legalize it. They regulated it and taxed it like alcohol. And 57% of Hawaiians supported legalizing marijuana here in Hawaii. So under a law that was passed in 2015, Hawaii will grant 8 licenses for marijuana businesses, each of which can have 2 production centers and 2 dispensaries. 3 licenses will be awarded for Oahu, 2 for the Big Island, and 2 for Maui, and 1 for Kauai. So 28 states in all have approved marijuana programs since March of 2016. And they're associated with the press, the Center of Public Affairs, NORC, and they found that 61% of Americans actually does agree with legalizing marijuana. So, not everybody agrees that marijuana should be legalized. Some will agree, some won't. But through all the research and all the evidence that has been collected, I believe the NCIS was one of them. That was one of the sites that talks about it thoroughly. It's been proven that it will actually help our state of Hawaii if marijuana is legalized. And these are just a couple pictures that I really liked, and I really liked this one because it's proof that these children who actually had the cannabis, that's what saved them. They had cancer, and because of the marijuana plant, they were able to be healed. And I just feel that marijuana is a natural thing that is grown. It's not a chemical. It's not all these pharmaceutical meds with all these things you don't even know what's in it. It's completely natural, and I personally feel that it should be legalized in Hawaii, and especially after all the research that I've done and all of the evidence that's been done, I feel that it should be. And I do have a handout for you folks, and it's just talking about the benefits that legalizing marijuana does have for our state. And I just want to thank you again for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.
Yay! Did it stop recording at all?